Hello everybody. Welcome back to my channel where stories and other random things take center stage. Happy Sunday. Welcome to today's video, which is part 2 of recommendations for After Once Upon a Con. I have 7 more for you guys in case the 7 I recommended were not to your taste. And also, the fact that I split these recommendations actually kind of helps me a little bit because I make my videos a little bit shorter for you guys and it just makes it interesting. So here we go. Let's start out with number 8 and 9, which are Again But Better and Better Together by what is it? Oh, by Christine Riccio. So Again But Better is it's a study abroad type of book. So our main character Shane goes abroad to study, and she kind of lied to her parents and said she was actually going to be in pre-med, which is what she was studying previously. And then when that happens, she ends up instead though she is actually doing creative writing rather than pre-med. And she meets this guy pilot, and when that happens, he they kind of like are starting to be really good friends. They start falling for each other, but then nothing comes of it. And when she goes to she ends up, after things were discovered, she ends up years later going to him and confessing and asking if there was anything there. However, due to some magic, they end up traveling back to 2011, which was when their study abroad took place, and get a second chance to repeat the previous events and change things if they so choose. I enjoyed this so much. This was really cute when I read it the first time. I want to reread it because it was really cute. Better Together follows sisters. It's basically The Parent Trap meets Freaky Friday. I did review the this Better Together, so I'll basically be linking the 2 videos I've done on Christine so far. She basically, we follow these sisters who were separated by when their parents got divorced. One went with the mom, one with the dad. Specifically, Jamie went with, it's Jamie and Siri. So Jamie went with her father and Siri went with her mom. And then they meet in this rediscover yourself retreat, and they kind of find each other, and they decide to confront each other's individual, each parent that they didn't get time to spend with. So yes, and then due to some magic, however, they end up switching bodies. So yeah, again, Parent Trap meets Freaky Friday. My 10th book is I Wish You All the Best by Mason Deaver. So we follow Ben, who is our non-binary character, but when they tell this to their parents kick them out, and they go to live with their sister Hannah, who enrolls them in school. And there they meet Nathan, and sparks start flying. But besides that, they do have to deal with other things like anxiety and mental illness in general. So, and a trigger for that if that affects you when you read it. So it's an adorable book. The next one is called The AI Who Loved Me by Alyssa Cole. I read this like maybe 2 years ago, and I really enjoyed it. But basically, it's about this woman who is recovering from an accident, and she doesn't fully remember everything, but she's recovering from an accident, and she ends up falling in love with her neighbor's nephew, and so much more gets explained. But I think this is one of the things that you should kind of go somewhat blind to. Oh, interesting thing, by the way, it's an Audible original, so thought you should know. So you should be able to get access to it free in the Audible Plus catalog. If you have, you can either get the Audible Plus catalog for, I think it's like $7.99 a month, or you can get the regular Premium Plus, which I have the annual Premium Plus for, I think it's like $149 now. But basically, you get like 12 credits every year upfront. So, yeah, you can always do that. 12 is Violet Evergarden. Violet Evergarden is like emotional therapy. Literally, it is emotional therapy. So, Violet Evergarden follows Violet, who used to be like a weapon at war. She has very little emotion, very little understanding of it, but now she has to try to carve out a future for herself in this new life after the war. And now she decides to become an auto memory doll, which is basically kind of like a scribe, and they basically write letters for other people. And as that happens, the reason she chooses to do it, is because her the major, her supervisor, said 3 words to her, and she wants to know what they mean. And the words were, "I love you." So watching this is kind of like emotional therapy. It's very interesting. Number 13 is Oran High School Host Club. I have reviewed it. I'll be linking that below. Well, I actually did a little bit more than that, but you get to see it. It's very interesting. So, Oran High School Host Club follows Haruhi Fujioka, who is looking for a quiet place to study. And she finds an abandoned music room where she ends up stumbling into the host club. However, she accidentally breaks an 8 million yen vase, which is about $76,000. And now she's in debt to the host club, so she now has to work as their errand boy in order to pay it off. However, things become very complicated when they discover that she is a girl. She literally went from errand boy to host, and now they discover she's a girl, and now the host club has to keep the secret that she is a girl so that it's not discovered. So fun things happen. So many fun things. I enjoyed watching it so much. And my last recommendation for you guys is Fruits Basket. So Fruits Basket follows Toru Honda, who basically is living in a tent because her grandfather is making renovations to his house, and both her father is dead and her mother recently died. And she is living in this tent, but due to certain circumstances, she ends up moving into the Soma family home, and there she discovers that the family is under a curse. Certain members of the family, 13 specifically, get basically are touched by this curse, and basically they, when they're hugged by the opposite sex, turn into one of the of the zodiac animals, and of the Chinese zodiac animals. And now she has to kind of keep the secret and unravel other interesting mysteries in the Soma family. So I hope all these recommendations have helped, including my first. I hope you guys enjoyed this format where I'm basically splitting my recommendations so that I don't make things too long. And I'm hoping it helps this way. That way you can kind of decide what to read and all the very fun stuff. So I'll leave you guys. I'll be seeing you tomorrow. So next week, I have, I think, 5 videos, and they're going to be, it's going to be content on Girls of Paper and Fire, the trilogy that is now done. I was able to finish it very recently, so now I'm going to be reviewing the series. The next few weeks are going to be an interesting amount of content, but this week is basically Girls of Paper and Fire week. And so hope you guys enjoyed the review of these books, and hopefully these books will also give you guys something to read if you're up for it. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow morning. Until then, consume stories.